How you doing? Welcome to today's Tuesday live about how to book more appointments in 2023. So I'm getting a lot of people, right? I'm getting a lot of clients. Oh, we are frozen. What is up? What is up? Instagram. We are frozen right now. Give me a second here. We are frozen on the StreamYard. Let me close a couple apps, see if that helps out. I run like uh, am I the only person here? Just somebody let me know. Am I the only person here that has like 700 browsers open right now? I think I literally have like 700 browsers open. It's kind of insane. My computer sometimes hates me. And it's not that old, too, which is just lets you know that I'm not a great user of my computer. So here we go. Here we go. How do we get more appointments in 2023? Right? That's a question that a lot of people have been asking me. And that's a question that is always top of mind because let's be real, all of us are in sales. And as salespeople, we all need more appointments, right? Is that a fair statement, right? We sell real estate. You are in sales. You need more appointments. If you are not booking enough appointments, you have to start asking yourself, why am I not booking these appointments? Right? Like, why am I not booking the appointments that I want to be booking? What is going on, right? What is happening that I am not able to book the appointments that I want? Let's ask. What is your answer? What is your answer? Why are we not booking appointments? What are we saying or what are we not saying that causes the prospect on the other end of the phone to ignore us? What are we saying or what are we not saying that's causing the prospect on the other end of the line to say, hey, call me back, call me back, call me back? Because if you don't analyze your business, if you don't analyze what you're doing, you're not going to win. So let's jam. All right. I want to jam here real quick on how do we book more appointments. All right. I was inside the Real Estate Sales Academy today with some of my clients, some of our private clients, and we were jamming and we just worked on a new expired script, right? So that you guys don't say the same thing that every single real estate agent says. All right. We don't want to say the same thing. You don't want to sound the same. But as we're going through the script, even though they know how to use scripts, as we're going through the script, we fall back and we start going into robot mode. I don't know what it is. You put a script in front of somebody and the way they read it is just like, wah, 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 and we lose all emotion. We lose all tonality. We stop using our body language. We stop using our hands. We stop moving around. And now I'm not saying go onto a sales call and be like, hey, I'm so excited to talk to you, because that's super weird. Super weird. So we don't want to do that. Right. But we also don't want to go into an appointment where we're super nervous. Right. Like, we don't want to be the real estate agent that shows up unprepared. We don't want to be the person that shows up scrambling. You don't want to be the person that shows up rushed. So, how do we get more appointments in 2023? Well, one is you got to have a script. I know nobody likes scripts, but if you don't have a framework, right? If you don't have a framework to follow, you will lose. You will lose in 2023 and 2024 and 2025. Look, I got into real estate on the back end of the recession. All right. We had a property. Let me tell you guys, I had a property. It was in Woodinville, Washington. It was like an L-shaped house. All right. It was this weird L-shaped house. And it had the worst layout ever known to humans. It also had this huge property that you could put horses on. So we're like, okay, we got this weird layout house, but it's got a huge property. You got a farm. Okay. You got all these options. So we purchased the house from the auction. And let me tell you, this was the worst layout ever. Like, it was the worst. Like, you walk into this weird rectangle size, like, living room. You go to the left, there's another living room. You go to the left, there's like, and it's all through openings, right? So you go to the left and there's a kitchen and like a little nook area, a bedroom in the back. Like, why is there a bedroom back there? It's so weird. And then you have the master bedroom. Like, oh, it was horrible. It was essentially like a weirdly configured 2-bedroom house with 2 living rooms and a huge office, and you could put horses. And we ended up selling it after months and months and months. And let me tell you, I had to fight for appointments. I had to call real estate agents to get them in. We did open houses. We did everything. But we had a script, because let me tell you, when you're calling real estate agents in the back end of a recession, they don't have buyers. They don't have clients. They don't know what to say. So we had to coach the agent. All right. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a script. The second thing I did was I hired a coach. All right. Now I know you're like, oh, Vic, you're plugging yourself. Of course I am. It's what we do. We're salespeople. It's what we do. We plug ourselves everywhere we go. But if you don't have somebody there to help you with your tonality, if you don't have somebody there to help you with your cadence, if you don't have somebody there to review your calls, if you don't have somebody there to review your frameworks, your language patterns, what you're saying, what you're not saying, how you're saying it, how you're not saying it, you're going to lose. It's super hard right now. It's a super tough economy. All right. You're going to get beat. It's not about leads anymore. All right. Everybody thinks it's about leads. What's up, JJ? It's not about leads. You got to be able to convert the people that come in. I know people that have databases with 1,000 people in. Why don't you call those people? Oh, those are shitty leads. Really? They're shitty leads? Can I have them? No. Why? They're shit. Let me have a call center call them. I'll collect a referral fee off of them. I bet you there's some deals in there. No. Those are my leads. But they're shit leads. Why you want them? Give them away. See, if you don't know what to say, then you're going to blame everything else. Let me say that again. If you don't know what to say, right? JJ, it's never about the leads. You are the issue. JJ, you guys go follow my boy on Instagram, 1 million followers, multiple, like huge companies, done all sorts of things, right? It's not the leads, it's the skills. Because if I gave you the best leads in town, right? Everybody says we want Vic, we don't have a skills issue. Really? Okay. What's your conversion rate? I don't know. If you don't know your conversion rate, it's a skills issue, right? Step 3 is, are you tracking? Right? Are you tracking? But let's go back to it. Okay. So Vic, I don't have a conversion issue. I have a leads issue. Okay. If the leads were better, we would convert more business. You guys, let me be honest. Can I be real with you guys? I'm going to be a little sarcastic. If the leads were better, they wouldn't have found you. You know why? Because somebody already got to them 3 or 4 or 5 months ago. All right. You have to learn the nurture game. You have to learn how to ask the right questions, right? You got to learn to use your tonality and the body and the cadence to ask questions in a better way, right? So many people think that they can ask this question, right? So, when you looking to buy, right? Why do so many people ask that question? When are you looking to buy? What's your budget? When you ask somebody what's their budget, what do they hear? When you ask somebody what's their budget, what do you think they hear? They hear, this guy wants my money. She wants to make a commission. They want to know how much money I'm worth. They want to know my finances. I'm not giving you this stuff. And I mean, you didn't probably build rapport. You didn't build trust. And you ask them about their weekend or how their day is going, and they don't want to talk about that. Right? So are you asking the right questions? Are you asking them in the right sequence? Are you asking them the right tone? Are you asking them in the right cadence? Are you not saying the one word that could possibly help you? I don't know, because I haven't heard your calls. Are you listening to your calls, right? So number 3 is, are you tracking? I think I'm lost now. Number 3 is, are you tracking? What are you tracking, right? My coach has me track when we do cold calls. My coach, yes, I have a coach. My coach has me track the objections I get, right? So we track the objections we're getting. And now we're going to take that to DMs. What are the objections you're getting? If you're getting the same objection over and over again, let's fix the script. Let's fix the framework so that those change, so that you don't get the same thing over and over again. I bet you, as a real estate agent right now, here's what you're hearing. You're hearing it's the economy, the market, right? We're waiting for the market to shift. We're waiting for rates to drop. right? We're going to rent the property. You guys, most people should not be landlords. I've been a landlord. Most people should not be landlords, right? Most people should not be a landlord. I'm just saying. So when they say, when you know your seller is going to say, well, we don't like the price, maybe we should wait for the economy to shift, and we should wait for interest rates to come down, and we should wait for this, and we should wait for that. What are you saying back to them? It gives me goosebumps because I know most people don't have a rebuttal. So when somebody says something like, we want to rent, like one of my top clients, she had somebody say they want to rent. And I was like, and she literally said to me, Vic, I don't think these are the rental type of people. Like, I don't think they're going to do well in it. I'm like, so what did you say? And she's like, well, I didn't want to say anything like hurtful. I didn't want to like say like they can't do it. I didn't want to be mean to them. So what'd you say? She's like, I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, we got to fix that one. Right? We got to fix that one. She's like, well, I'm going to let them try it for a while now, and then I'll go back to them. I'm like, go back as a customer service and give them some resources. How do you book more appointments? You give resources. Become resourceful for your people. Help them, right? If they're going to do Airbnb, drop them off some stuff about Airbnbs, how to prevent fraud, how to prevent theft. I don't know. I don't have Airbnbs. How to prevent people from wrecking your property, how to, vet people better, how to look at the reviews to see if I don't know. I don't do this stuff, but you should, because that's what you're going to get a lot of is rentals. You should have a couple of things, right? So it's like one of the things that we say here, you should write this down. And if you guys are not following me on the Real Estate Sales Dojo on Facebook, go to that group, Real Estate Sales Dojo on Facebook, go to the group. If you drop a call in there, I'll actually review the call for you next week, right? So go to the Real Estate Sales Dojo, drop a call in there. We'll go live. We'll listen to your call. No problem. All right. I would love to do that. But here's what you say. When somebody says like, yeah, we're thinking about renting it, like we don't really like the price and we want to rent it. Yeah, cool. Here's what you're going to say. You're going to be like, yeah, I guess, that could make some sense, or that could be a good option, or that sounds reasonable. And then you need to help them see that there's other things that might not work for them. So I guess I was just curious. I guess I was wondering, or you, depending on where you live. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, are you aware of the legalities around being a landlord? Especially if you're like in a very litigious state like California, Seattle, where it's all about, it's not about the owner, the business owners. It's not about the landlords. It's all about protecting the people, like crazy states that, drive people out of them. But if you are in one of those states, I would absolutely be like, so have you guys like talked to an attorney, or have you guys seen the laws around like being a landlord in the state after COVID? Are you guys aware of like the ramifications that could possibly happen as a landlord if you don't do X, Y, and Z? Or I guess you guys are planning to move out of the state. When was the last time you guys managed a property locally? Oh, you've never managed a property locally? No. Oh, and you want to go manage a property out of state? Yeah. Are you planning to do that with like a property manager? Or are you planning to do that like self-manage? Okay. And what happens and then tell me like what happens when you have a problem in the home at like midnight? Are you guys going to take care of the toilet, or do you guys need like a service to help you out? And what you need to do is you need to show them that it's not easy. Because here's what most people think, just like most real estate agent, they think it's going to be super easy. And then guess what? It's not. It's super hard. Well, your for sale by owner, it thinks it's super easy and it's hard. Your renter thinks it's going to be super easy, or the rentals, they think it's going to be super easy. And guess what? It's super hard. So the way that we book more appointments is we're prepared, we're practicing, we're tracking, right? We have our frameworks. There was one more that I just said. I completely forgot. Don't worry about it. It's in the replay. Go to the Real Estate Sales Dojo and you guys can watch this over again. Cause I can't remember, to be honest with you, what I just said, right? If you're not reviewing your calls, you're not a professional. You say you have the best service for your clients. but you don't review your calls. You don't use a script. You don't have a sales process. You don't have a consistency. Are you really doing the best for your clients? I don't know. My answer might not be the one you like. So do me a favor next week. If you want me to review one of your sales calls, just go to the Real Estate Sales Dojo on Facebook, put the call in there, right? You got to apply to be in there. We'll let you in, whatever. Put the call in there, tag me, and we'll review it next week. All right. We go live every Tuesday at 1 o'clock CST, 2 o'clock PS, 2 o'clock EST, 12 o'clock PST. And if there's anything that you need help with, like, this is what it's just for. Like, I want to give back. Like, we sold hundreds of millions of dollars of real estate, sold millions of dollars in Cutco knives, been studying sales for many, many years. I love being a salesperson. I love teaching sales, right? I don't ever try to hide it. Like, I am a salesperson through and through. You are a salesperson as well, which means you are responsible for prospecting. You are responsible for nurturing. You are responsible for follow-up. You are responsible for closing the deals, right? You are responsible for all of that. I don't know what IST means, my friend, but you can figure out this thing called Google. Google's a great thing. You can figure out what IST is compared to EST and do the math and find it appropriate. Anyways, I got to go see a doctor. I'm going to go do some blood work, make sure that I am planning to live to 400 years old. So I will see you guys next week. And if you have any questions, go to the Real Estate Sales Dojo on Facebook, and I would love to help you out. Peace.